Okay, so we are live. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining in today. We are super excited to have you with us. As most of you might be aware, we have started a bi monthly initiative of Build Your Career in Salesforce LinkedIn Live series, where we invite industry experts and leaders to talk about all things related to Salesforce. Today, we have a very prolific and wonderful guest with us, Mr. Anil Pilania, who is a managing director at Horizontal Digital, 9x Salesforce certified consultant, 2x Trailhead Ranger, the receiver of multiple outstanding awards, and so much more. So, without any further ado, let's welcome him. Hi, Anil. Welcome to our LinkedIn Live. How are you?
Hey Hasti, thank you for having me here. I'm doing fantastic, and the Friday evening makes it even better. So far, so great.
Okay, so Anil, why don't you tell us something about yourself?
Name is Anil. I am based out of Jaipur, the Pink City in Rajasthan. I am an engineer, computer engineer, and then started my career in IT as a programmer quite a few years ago. And then I decided to pursue my master's. So I went to London. I spent some interesting time there, did my hybrid degree program in computer science and management, came back to India, spent 6 years with Hewlett Packard in various roles and capacity, moved to Accenture for 3 years or so. And then one day I decided that, I should look to go back to my hometown, Jaipur. And that's when I got an opportunity to work with Appirio in late 2018. And yeah,
Okay.
that's when I was introduced to the Salesforce ecosystem. And since then, I've been hooked to it and enjoying.
Wow, that's quite a journey, Anil. So before we move forward, I would like to tell our audiences if you have any questions for Anil, please leave them in the comment section and we will be taking them at the end of the live. And please give a shout out to from where do you belong in our comments, and it is going to be very exciting. So, Anil, Marketing Cloud is on the rise for some obvious
Mhm.
reasons. So, could you please enlighten us on what actually Marketing Cloud is and how can it be beneficial in today's day and age for people and for audiences who are not aware about it?
Um, well, um, Before I come to Marketing Cloud as a technology platform, I think we should talk about a little about marketing in general, like what
Okay.
marketing is and what role marketing plays in various organizations. Once we have some idea of that, it will be easy for us to correlate that in order for us to do marketing related work, there is a need for technology to support it, and that is where the marketing Salesforce Marketing Cloud is one of the platform that comes to one's rescue. And when it comes to marketing, most people in India, I think of MBA programs. It's like, I am an engineer, and if I have to do something in this space of sales and marketing, I should probably pursue and get an MBA degree and that get into that domain. I think that is no longer true. Knowing that every function in an organization now needs a helping hand from technology. So it's like for any function to do something on their own without being enabled by technology is no longer relevant in today's world. And that is where marketing is. As I put it, is probably the engine oil to your car or to your bike, that keeps running your organization. It's about creating awareness of your brand and then acquiring new customers, generating a lot of leads, creating a pipeline for your business and your sales team. And then your sales team can actively work on that pipeline and convert it into an actual business, right? So that's the marketing is. But how do you create a brand awareness? How do you generate leads? How do you acquire customers? And that is where the various technology comes to your rescue. And Salesforce Marketing Cloud is one such technology platform. So what you can do using Salesforce Marketing Cloud is create awareness of your brand across your audience, across the channels that they prefer. So you can engage with them using emails, you can engage with them using mobile, over social media, or using various advertisement platforms. Whatever channel that they prefer is available at your fingertips in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. But that's one of engagement. And then we have learned over the past few years that one off engagement is not good enough, and it does not leave long lasting impact. So what you do is you try to put your consumers, users, customers into a very engaged, cohesive journey where you continuously would like to interact and engage with them automatically. So marketing automation as a technology is something that you rely upon. So Salesforce Marketing Cloud gives you that option as well. So once your customers are going through the journey of yours, then you may want to try to target certain customers. So if you want to talk to somebody in Rajasthan, you probably may want to talk to them Hindi, versus somebody in Kerala you want to talk to in Malayalam. But you need to know who your customers are. So that is where you try to gather a lot of information and then use that information to understand your customers. And once you understand them and their preferences, and then again you use technology to engage with them. So long answer short, Salesforce Marketing Cloud is a marketing automation platform for marketeers, for the marketing groups across companies, not limited to IT by any chance. And then the marketing teams use it to create brand awareness, acquire leads, and create more pipeline.
Wow, that's interesting. So, I really like the way you started by breaking a myth that not everybody who wants to go for marketing needs to do an MBA.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So,
And
Anil, yeah, please go on.
no, I was gonna say that I am personally observing a trend in the market when I talk to new graduates, engineering graduates. There is a certain group of group of students who just start the conversation saying, I don't want to code, right? And then there is a certain group of engineers who say, I would like to code. And then there is another group who says, I would like to do something with point and click, right? So now various trends are emerging with respect to skills, especially the new engineers who are coming out of the colleges. They are very clear in what they want to do and what they do not want to do. And that is where technology like marketing automation platform is something they can explore. So yeah,
Hmm.
this myth
Yeah.
is diluting with time. Mhm.
Yes, it is. And indeed, and I think anybody from any background, I think Salesforce is a kind of a community and a domain where people who does not know how to code, they have various career options. So I think there are so many options out there for people across all backgrounds. So
Mhm.
that's really interesting. That being said, Anil, um, demo org is not available for everybody in the marketing domain, and not everybody can get access to hands-on experience or practice. So but there's also a lot of demand, right, and very little availability. So how can one go about that? Like if somebody like me who wants to go for marketing cloud, how can I do that?
So I'll split this question into two pieces. One is why there are no demo orgs and environment. So I think it's important for people to understand that there is a lot of compliance and regulation when it comes to marketing activities. Various countries have various laws and compliances requirement. And if someone is given a free access to be able to send email in bulk to a lot of people, which is going to create a compliance issue, and giving demo org to an individual, the accountability for those issues just, just not there, right? So if I am given a demo org and I start sending emails to hundreds and thousands of people, I am, and my emails are not in compliance, then there is a big issue that Salesforce will have to face. The other thing is, all marketing initiatives again are associated with reputation of your brand, and all the internet service provider, they try to do a great job of making sure that only the legit communications are getting through their networks, and they make sure that not spammed, and um, you know or communications from unauthenticated servers are getting through their network. So
Correct.
they also have a lot of legal obligation and compliances to make sure. So when you send an email through your marketing cloud instance, and if you're not doing or using it rightly, that means Salesforce and you and whoever is using that is accountable for, and these internet service provider may block you, and there is a lot of consequences there. So that is the reason why marketing cloud demo orgs are not available. But if you work for a Salesforce partner, now that Salesforce partner can work with their respective Salesforce account executive and get a marketing cloud partner org. Why do they get? Now there is an accountability. So if I work at Horizontal Digital, and now if I have a marketing org that is provisioned specifically for me as part of my partnership with Salesforce, I am now accountable to make sure that whatever goes out from my marketing cloud org, it's me. It's me who is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you put accountability, you can have the demo orgs available there. So how can you get your hands on a demo org? Is if you are working for a Salesforce partner, I think you can request for a marketing cloud partner org that you can play with. The other avenues is there are a lot of marketing cloud groups who again doing a tremendous job of educating their audience through live show and tell kind of sessions, where they open up their marketing cloud instances and tell their audience how they can do certain things. So that will give you a good feel for the platform by just looking and going through those videos. And then if you have some friends, you can always sit with them, and then if they have access to marketing cloud org, they can show you around. But those are the avenues for marketing cloud orgs. But when it comes to how to get started, this is where Salesforce is my favorite company, because the ecosystem that they have built is specifically for learning and development of an individual, that is very engaging, free of cost, and available at your fingertips. So use Trailhead. There is a lot of content there. Join one of these community groups. They create a lot of content and share a lot of information there. And then various accreditation programs have now been launched. There are a lot of certification programs, so you may want to pursue one or those, and that will get you started on the marketing cloud journey.
Okay. All right. So basically, whatever you said is like, if you are not working for a Salesforce partners, maybe you can join communities and learn from tailheads, and there are so many other options available to get your hands on
Yes.
demo org.
So, or if you are a Salesforce customer, marketing cloud customer already, you can always get some level of access to your instances. But again, whatever you do, and if you get into marketing cloud instance, know that if any irresponsible action that you take, there could be consequences for your company, for your brand, through various governance and compliance watchdogs.
Mm. Okay, that really makes a lot of sense to me now. So recently, I mean, even yesterday, I was reading a tweet that Salesforce has been awarded, uh, named a leader in 2021 Gartner Magic Quadrant for B2B marketing automation platforms, fourth year in a row, which is
Mhm.
amazing. So, looking at all of these, what do you think are the future prospects in Marketing Cloud, or where do you see Marketing Cloud in next 10, 15 years?
The future. So, as I said earlier, Marketing Cloud, in my opinion, is the engine oil that keeps your engine running. So, I think there will
Yes,
always be a need and a space for marketing in any company. Not just IT, in any company. There will always be a need. However, marketing is always faced with the challenge to do more with less, because the return on investment is um, unsaid expectation from every penny that a company or a team spends on marketing initiatives. So that creates a lot of challenge for marketing teams to do well, think of creative ways of managing their work, managing their teams, managing their investment into technology. Having said that, the world is changing, and I think what COVID did is just bluntly told all the CMOs and CIOs that all the digital transformation program that you have been putting on hold or you have been deprioritizing over the years, you can no longer afford to do that. If you
very
do
true.
not transform your business as well as your operating models internally and take it to digital, you highly likely going to struggle in the near future. So now, since that mandate is loud and clear, well received, well understood, and all the businesses are transforming themselves and becoming digital. Marketing again comes into the forefront of this digital transformation, right? Um,
Yeah.
if you don't know something, you probably assume that it doesn't exist. And marketing's job is that the world knows what services or products that you have created and that exist. So I think the future of marketing is bright. It needed a little bit of push of late, which COVID helped um, in a
Yes.
great deal. And for Marketing Cloud, you may have heard the recent announcement of Salesforce launching their customer data platform, which is again um, going to help marketeers and CMOs to be able to understand their customers better, then segment them and then target them with specific marketing initiatives across the channel that they prefer. So, Marketing Cloud is evolving from a technology point of view. Salesforce continues to invest in the Marketing Cloud. They have created Salesforce CDP on their own platform. They have acquired Dataroma for all the reportings and insights around Marketing Cloud, and they have also acquired Exact Target for real-time personalization. So all of these acquisitions tells me that Salesforce is invested and believes into the future of the Marketing Cloud, and that is where they are not just acquiring Marketing Cloud related products and solutions; they are also building some of the solutions themselves.
Yes, and I think Salesforce is going the right. Obviously, it means Salesforce is doing the best because uh, marketing cloud, or in fact, even marketing is a field where you need to be on your toes, and it's ever evolving field. So if you are not constantly evolving and updated, you are going to be lacking behind. So yeah.
Absolutely, yep.
So that's very true. So now that we know about what the future of Marketing Cloud beholds, could you please tell us how to go about Marketing Cloud certifications? I mean, are there any prerequisites, and what are the top resources would you recommend?
So first, I think everyone, and especially those who are new to the Marketing Cloud, they should know that Marketing Cloud is a different platform than the native Salesforce CRM platform. So fundamentally, both platforms are different. They are built using different technologies, and there are some commonalities between the two, but not a lot more. So people, when they hear about Salesforce Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Experience Cloud, Marketing Cloud, they usually make this assumption that Marketing Cloud is another cloud built on Salesforce CRM. It is not, right? It is tightly integrated with Salesforce CRM, but it's a different platform altogether. So now that you know it's a different platform, so the certification path is also slightly different than rest of the Salesforce platform. So you wouldn't need a Salesforce admin or Salesforce platform developer as a prerequisite to start anything with the Marketing Cloud. Marketing Cloud
Okay.
certifications have their own category. And
Okay.
then before we talk about, again, Marketing Cloud certifications, we also need to understand what kind of persona or people who use Marketing Cloud in their day-to-day lives, right? So for example, if you are a marketeer at your company and you just design a lot of emails, create a lot of emails and test those emails, and then your company sends out those emails to someone. So you are somebody who deals with email design, email build, email testing, across various internet service provider, and so on and so forth. So for you, there is a certification program called as Marketing Cloud Email Specialist. So this certification program will educate you and help you learn how can you do all things related to email in Marketing Cloud. Okay. But then you are a user of Marketing Cloud if you're only working on emails. But who created your
Okay.
user? Who is managing Marketing Cloud for you and 10 other marketeers in your team? Who do you go to when you're not able to access Marketing Cloud, or when you are expecting something to work but it's not working, or you are not able to see certain content, you're not able to see certain user information? Who do you reach out to? So obviously you typically send an email to your IT team saying, hey, I'm facing this issue, what do I do?
Yeah.
But then there is a Marketing Cloud administrator sitting somewhere
Yes.
who is receiving your complaint and helping resolve that issue for you. So we call
Okay.
them Marketing Cloud admin. So there is a certification path that helps you learn all things about administrating your Marketing Cloud platform, right? Let's
Okay.
say you are into you are a Salesforce partner and you are doing a lot of Marketing Cloud work for your customers. Now your customer may already have a admin who is managing their Marketing Cloud instance, and they may already have a team of marketeers who are creating emails and sending those emails out. But now they want to implement Interaction Studio. They want to bring some flavor of real time personalization. They don't have that skill. They don't even know how to hire one for that skill, and they reach out to you saying, hey, can you help us understand this and implement this for us? This is how we work. That is where you are a consultant, right? You try to
Yeah.
understand what they're looking for. You try to understand how they work, what is their business process. Then you convert those requirements into some sort of Marketing Cloud solution. You propose it to them, they like it, and then you implement it for them. So Marketing Cloud consultant certification is where you get to learn all of this. And then Marketing Cloud developer. Now, as much as I am a big fan of point and click, I know in my heart that it can never be 100% when it comes to technology. There will always be a flavor of development here and there. Why? Because my requirements will always be unique, and Salesforce Marketing Cloud cannot address all my requirements with point and click, right? They will tell me, if you want to do this, we have given you platform and you can try your hands in these ways. So that is where Marketing Cloud development work comes into play. I think they have three languages there that you can quickly learn, mostly inspired by JavaScript. They call it AMP script, server side JavaScript, and then they have a global template language. So if
Okay.
you are interested in trying something in developing something, you can try for Marketing Cloud Developer certification.
Okay.
Now these are very role specific certification, but then you would like someone who can design solution from an architect point of view. So that is where
Hmm.
Salesforce recently launched certification. They call it B2C architect. Now, Marketing Cloud
Okay.
is just one part of it, right? This is a B2C
Hmm.
spectrum, and Marketing Cloud is
Okay.
one part of it. Then there is a B2C commerce, and there are so many other B2C related things. So, if you would like to become a Marketing Cloud architect, B2C certification is something you can look to explore.
Wow. So you actually have explained it really nicely. So there's a huge relief, which is also new to me because I was not aware that you don't require administration certification to go for Marketing Cloud. So okay, so my question is there a set pattern? So, for example, there are six certifications like Marketing Cloud Administrator and Consultant and Developer and Email Specialist and etc. etc. So, for someone like me, if I want to go for fourth certification first and then I want to go for second, can I do that?
You can to some extent, but there is one dependency specifically for Marketing Cloud consultant certification. So until few months ago, you mandatorily had to do Marketing Cloud email specialist first before you can take
Okay,
up your Marketing Cloud consultant. But recently, Salesforce has changed that dependency. And now you have to take Marketing Cloud admin certification first before you can take the consultant exam first. So, email specialist, no dependency, you can take it any day. Marketing Cloud admin, no dependency, you can take it any day. And I think Marketing Cloud developer also, there is no dependency, you can take it any day. But if you would like to go for Marketing Cloud consultant, I think the recent change is you have to take Marketing Cloud admin first.
okay, that makes sense. So, and then for the top resources, like you said earlier that one can join Marketing Cloud communities. There's a huge and friendly community out there. Then one can learn from trailheads. Marketing Cloud actually on Twitter posts some really insightful information and latest information on Marketing Cloud. Then there are YouTube videos out there. Apart from that, are there any other resources one can take advantage of?
Those are too much to go through, to be very honest, in itself. But my suggestion is you always try to find someone who is um, who is a practitioner of certain domain within the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. There may be somebody who is a pro and a practitioner when it comes to Marketing Cloud development, knows all these languages and have created a lot of use cases and stuff. Similarly, on the consulting side and admin and email side. So my suggestion would be look for those few practitioners who may be
Okay.
part of some community groups or otherwise may be running their own blogs and vlogs and stuff, and
Okay.
they follow them. The other thing is
Okay.
keep an eye on Salesforce Marketing Cloud Twitter and LinkedIn pages, because as you know, there are 3 releases every year from Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So there are a lot of new functionalities that keeps coming your way. In addition to that, if you work for a Salesforce partner, Salesforce Marketing Cloud team and Partner Alliances team run multiple partner enablement sessions for Marketing Cloud in general or specific releases. So you should not miss out on those if you work for a Salesforce partner. And
Okay.
then fast learning path. So Salesforce
Okay.
Marketing Cloud product marketing team and alliances team across Americas, Europe, Asia Pacific regions keep running these fast learning paths for certification programs. So you should keep an
Okay.
eye on those. And last two things that you can do on your own is join the partner community and the Trailblazer
Mm-hmm.
community, and again keep an eye on those couple of practitioners there. And then if you have a Salesforce account, then Partner Learning Camp, which is a recently launched learning platform by Salesforce, is something again you should explore. There is a amazing content there that will help you learn how you should approach any implementation of any product or any use case.
Wow, that's a lot of resources to explore.
Yeah.
So I would also like to add that we at Aphienz also write regular blogs on Service Cloud, Sales Cloud, and Marketing Cloud. So these are core competencies, and for our audiences who are watching us right now, please do follow us, and you can read our blogs. We come up with interesting stuff and the latest information that's happening in Marketing Cloud. So moving on, after having cleared the certification, and one seeks a substantial amount of experience in Marketing Cloud and marketing field actually. So uh, but like I've done all of that, like say for example, I've gained my certification, and I have also uh, pursued my career in Marketing Cloud. And how can I now stay in top of things, and on top of my game?
Um, so again, I am a person who believes that both theoretical and practical knowledge um, are equally important. So as much as I am a big fan of studying something, learning something, and get a certification against my name, I know in my heart that unless I practice it, it will always be a recipe that I have not tried, and hence I cannot say how good or bad it is gonna taste. So in order for you to be at the top of your game, my suggestion is keep practicing, specifically the new features, the new acquisitions or new products that Salesforce launches under the umbrella of Salesforce Marketing Cloud. You should just try to get a feel for it and try to understand it at a high level and see how all these products come together and solve specific end-to-end use cases. And I can take an example here. So for example, if you are a pro in Salesforce Marketing Cloud as of today and you have not explored Salesforce CDP, you are already behind your game, because Salesforce CDP is
Okay.
going to be a key part of Salesforce Marketing Cloud, future, if you will. So just because CDP is built on Salesforce platform and not on marketing platform, you should not ignore it, because it is still very much part of Salesforce Marketing Cloud platform. So keep an eye on whatever is coming out new, and whenever possible, however it is possible, practice it. The second thing that I personally believe in is sharing as much as you know, right? Sometimes, you have tried something, you have done something, you may have been successful. When you start sharing this with other, your concepts and your understanding of a topic, of a functionality, of a platform becomes even better and clearer, right? So my suggestion
Yes.
always is like, educate others if you know something, and they will help you vet your knowledge, and will challenge your knowledge in a way that may trigger you to explore and go back to your whiteboard and start learning it again or making it better. So multiple ways to be on top of your game, but yeah, don't ignore anything new that is being announced, launched. please make sure that you understand it at a high level, if not in detail.
Okay, yeah. So basically, what you're saying is just keeping yourselves updated. And one point that you made that I really liked is, and there's also saying that if you want to remember something or learn something for the rest of your life or for a long term, just teach people, and
Yep.
that's how you can remember it for a very long time. So that's really nice. Um, so, what is your secret sauce? Like, how do you stay updated, and what are your strategies that you use on your daily basis?
Um, I think these strategies will vary by individuals, but if I have to pick um, something that I see very common whenever I talk to my colleagues, peers, friends in the ecosystem, again, uh, to me, Twitter is not a social media platform. It's more of a information in a small bytes platform. So at least, if I'm not in a mood to read one page, I still get a hint within two lines, what new has happened in the world,
Yes,
specifically in Salesforce Marketing Cloud world. So you must follow Salesforce Marketing Cloud Twitter channel and LinkedIn page, because a lot of announcements and a lot of information is shared there. You must not miss out on some key sessions in conferences like Connections or Dreamforce. Even if it is a 60-minute session, 90-minute session, you cannot attend it live. There are always recording, but you should, again, whenever you have time, try to go through those sessions and see where Salesforce is taking their marketing cloud into the future. And if you've attended the recent Dreamforce, um, Benioff has talked about digital HQ in the post-pandemic era.
yes,
So I'm not going to tell you
yes,
now, but I mentioned this intentionally so that you go back and search what digital HQ means for Salesforce and why they are talking about digital HQ, and then how Marketing Cloud is going to play its role in the digital HQ. So I'll leave you that thought, and you explore that a little bit, and you come to know. So
yes,
that is how you can follow these trends. And then Salesforce community is awesome. There are
yes,
super cool, talented, experienced practitioners out there. Make sure that you pick the right practitioner, and follow their work for a while and see if that work is benefiting you. Salesforceband.com, for example, is a good
yes.
place to go and find all the information that you want, not just about Marketing Cloud, but in general about Salesforce. So you may want to pick and choose some of those practitioners and blogs and community groups.
Well, yes, I think thank you for all that and for the little homework that you have given us. Um, so, lastly, Anil, what would be your advice for individuals who want to pursue their career in marketing cloud?
Yeah, it's always a hard one. So look, Marketing Cloud, again, don't look at Marketing Cloud as a career. Marketing Cloud is still a platform. So the career still lies in what all roles that exist, which use Marketing Cloud platform. So if you go to Salesforce Marketing Cloud career page, you will find, I think there are 8 or 9 different roles, starting from email specialist slash marketeers, then there is a data analyst, then there is a data scientist, all the way up to CMO. So my suggestion to you is, first look at what those roles are, what those
Okay.
roles actually do in their day-to-day lives, and then ask yourself a question: which of those activities, which of those responsibilities you think you will enjoy, and that you enjoy. So once you know the nature of work within the context of Salesforce Marketing Cloud that you enjoy or you are going to enjoy, will help you choose the role that in the marketing um, team or function in a company that you can play. And once you have figured that one out, then Marketing Cloud becomes your technology partner, for you to successfully do your role and learn Marketing Cloud and find out how it can help you deliver your day-to-day work and help you do well in your role. So there I don't want anyone to look at the platform first and then think, oh, can I do this? Because today there is a Salesforce Marketing Cloud as an independent platform, right? What if tomorrow Salesforce moves this entire platform on their own Salesforce CRM platform, right? Then are you gonna again learn those Apex and those other platform related things, or would you be like, well, I am a data scientist, I know what marketing data is, and I know how to slice and dice this data and make sense out of it. For me, it doesn't matter if it is a Marketing Cloud platform or a Salesforce platform or an Adobe platform, right? So that is how I would suggest you to start looking at your career when it comes to marketing. But if you like really want um, an answer that, hey Anil, that's still a long way out for me and I'm just graduated from my college, um, I am gonna challenge you with again. Do you like to build something out? Are you a fan of point and click? Do you like HTML, CSS, creating cool interactive emails, or do you like to play with data? Do you like to talk to customer? Do you have good communication skills? Basis, your self assessment. I think I'll be able to tell you what all you can do. In fact, I have few slides that I can share with you at some point in time, that can help you
Sure.
figure those things out. Hmm?
Sure. Thank you for clearing this question out. So, little something about Aphienz. So, we are actually Salesforce registered partners. We have and are working with some of the highly reputed companies and organizations globally. Salesforce is a wonderful company to start your career with and also advance your career. And we are always looking for new talents to join our ever growing team. So if you're someone looking for an amazing opportunity, look no further and apply for open positions by going to our website. And we look forward to working with you. Now let's take some questions from our audiences. So Prashant Marathe is asking that he's currently working in digital marketing and he wants to switch his career to Salesforce Marketing Cloud. And how can he go about this?
I I may be repeating here myself a little bit, but again, define digital marketing, right? What all activities that you do as of today as part of your digital marketeer's role, right? Once you list down those activities, then you will be able to map those activities with the roles, responsibilities, and various certifications and other aspects of the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Once you create that mapping, you will know eventually how you can start in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So for example, in your today's job, you, as part of digital marketing, if you design a lot of emails, you can become a Salesforce Marketing Cloud email specialist right away. But in your digital marketing, you just gather a lot of customer data, analyze a lot of customer data, create a lot of segmentations out of it, then you would know that you could become a marketing cloud data analyst there. So it's really depends what you do as of today, what you enjoy, create a list of it,
Hmm.
then map it up with what exists from a technology standpoint of view in the marketing cloud, and you will get your answer right there. And
Makes
then,
sense. Yes.
yeah, once you have figured that one out, as we mentioned, trailheads, community groups, there is
Yes.
ton of learning material there that you can go through for free and learn all of it.
Yes. That is always a plus. So that's been cleared. Um, so Juliet Anderson is asking, do you think Platform Developer 1 or PD1 certification is required if someone wants to go for Marketing Cloud Developer certification? And how can one practice for it?
No, you don't require a PD1 at all. So for Marketing
Okay.
Cloud developer certification, so there, as I mentioned earlier, there are three um, languages, if you will, that exist in Marketing Cloud. AMP script, I think server side Java script, and then there is a global template language. If you have PD1, then obviously you know the basics of programming and how Salesforce platform in general can be programmed. But in order for you to become a Marketing Cloud developer, if you know JavaScript, that will become very handy, because all these three languages are very close to how JavaScript is. A lot of inspiration these languages have acquired from JavaScript. So if you know JavaScript, that is going to help you big time. But otherwise, PD1 is not a prerequisite to become a Marketing Cloud developer.
Okay, that's great. Um, so Kunal is asking admin certification and job in admin profile and okay. So Kunal, for admin certification, you basically have to hop on Trailhead and learn some courses, and then many job opportunities will be open for you, and you can look on LinkedIn, and there's so many other platforms out there, and it is obviously in demand, like everybody is looking for Salesforce administrators. So Anmol is asking, is there any opportunity for freshers who are learning Salesforce and have a career gap of 6 years? Okay, can anyone please guide me? Okay, so what is your advice, Anil?
Well, I think the answer lies in the question itself. If you ask me, opportunities come to those who prepare for it and look for it, right? So if you're not preparing for an opportunity in the Salesforce ecosystem during those 6 years, or even now, it will be extremely hard for a Salesforce opportunity to come to you. So my suggestion is start with preparation first. Identify which area, which technology, which role, which kind of work that you enjoy, or you have certain skills for. Identify those, map it to the respective Salesforce technology platform or cloud or anything in that space, and then prepare for it. If you And there is tons of material available for you to prepare. Even if you spend 3 months reading something out, practicing something, and then you reach out to the likes of me saying, "Hey, Anil, look, I did not do anything for 6 years. I was on break, some personal issues. Now I'm trying to get into this, and this is what I have done in last 4 months." And I ask you a couple of questions, and you prove that you indeed have been learning. Even I'll hire you, right? But if you come to me and say, "Hey, Anil, give me the opportunity," and if I ask you that, "What have you been doing for it?" and the answer is, "I want to make a career in Salesforce, but I haven't done anything," then I'm going to give you certain resources and tell you to go through those for 4 to 8 weeks and then come back to me later. So first find out, what is a close match of your aspirations, skills, and interests, and then prepare. And once you are prepared, trust me, in the Salesforce ecosystem of late, opportunities are plenty for you to grab. But if you don't prepare, then it'll always be a challenge.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a question here, Dhairya Gautam. How a person can switch to Salesforce domain if he or she has BA experience in other domain?
Yeah. Again, very easy. So your BA domain will give you an edge in learning something quickly from a functional point of view. So if you have learned something functionally, in a different domain, I don't think it is going to take long for you to learn something in the Salesforce either. But you have to start and prepare, right? So you have an edge because you have an experience and you quickly can learn certain functional aspects of a new technology platform. But then again, you going to someone asking for an opportunity after you have prepared for it will give you a much better chance of getting one, then just trying your luck out and hoping that something will come to you, the chances will be less. So find out what is your interest, map it to your skills, and prepare. And then trust me, opportunities will come running to you.
Yes, I think that's very well said. I mean, doing our homework before reaching out to someone is way more better than just going blank.
And
Uh,
I can tell you from my personal experience too. I receive hundreds of messages on LinkedIn, right? And about 2 years ago, I used to respond to each and every one of them. But then later, I realized that I cannot respond to each of them. So now I have put a filter in my mind. If something is reaching out to me with some preparation and showing that they are genuinely interested, they'll get a response from me. But if someone is just scouting and trying to swim in the open ocean, and they don't know whom they are talking to, why they are talking to, there is a less chance that I'll respond to those messages. So this is a example from my personal life. Preparation will always get you better opportunities than just riding your own luck.
yes, so true, very true. So next question is Salesforce BA versus Salesforce QA, which is better?
So we are trying an interesting program in my organization. I think both should not be different, right? Salesforce Q. So if you are testing something, right, you already are putting customers' hat on, and you are trying to test a system against what you are expecting that system to do, which tells me that you must have a very good functional knowledge of the system. And as a QA, if you already have a functional knowledge of the system, you can very well become a BA with very less efforts. All you have to do is, instead of putting customers' hat as a QA towards the mid and the later part of the engagement, now you are putting a vendor's hat on, trying to understand your customers' requirement and expectations from a functional point of view. So it's both are very similar in nature. The only two things differ is the hat that you put on while you do those, and the timing of those two. As a BA, you put a hat of a service provider at the start of the engagement, and then as a QA, you put a hat of customer, and then towards the later part of the engagement. But if you ask me personally, I think at some point in time, industry should merge both roles and should just call them functional consultants, who will do a BA job at the start of the engagement and will do a QA job towards the end of the engagement.
Okay, yeah.
But that's just my personal opinion. People may have different
No,
point of
but
view.
it makes sense. Yeah, but it makes sense. All right. So we do have a question. Hi, Anil. I'm a QA engineer and Salesforce certified administrator. Don't have a single key knowledge of coding, so not interested in coding. I'm looking to change my profile from QA. Okay.
QBA. So Pradeep, my first humble request to you: never say I don't have a single key knowledge of coding and not interested in coding. Right? If you don't want to do something, you don't have to call it out explicitly. Because if I am interviewing you and you tell me that you are not interested in coding, the impression that I may receive is that you don't like to think logically as much. So coding is not just about writing something in a programming language. Coding is a lot about thinking logically, right? Now, in such a competitive IT market, you being a BA or QA and developer, if you have that ability of thinking logically, you already have an edge, right? So my first humble request is, don't mention this. Second, as a QA engineer and a Salesforce certified admin, you can change your profile in QA. My first suggestion would be, try for a functional consultant role. You learn one of the Salesforce clouds at a high level from a functional point of view. And then, as I mentioned in my answer to the last question, BA and QAs are very similar in nature. So functional consultant could be one option that you may want to explore. The other option, if you like, point and click managing system, admin could be another option for you to explore. But both of them are going to require logical thinking.
Okay. I mean, that's an interesting tip. If you uh, don't know something, one should not just say it out loud. That creates a wrong impression on the interviewer. So, thank you for that tip. Um, Saurabh is asking, is a fresher, it's very tough to get a job in the Salesforce domain. What to do?
It's not. I mean, I don't know why do you say that. And again, why you are saying as a fresher, right? You should be saying that, as a good communicator, or as a good technologist, or as a good programmer, or maybe as a good coordinator or something like that. um, Whenever you reach out to someone, so first find out what you have as a skill to offer to somebody. Do you have good communication skills? No. Are you good with playing with any platform, any system, even if it is a point and click? So if I ask you to learn, let's say for an example, Microsoft PowerPoint, can you learn it in 5 days and create a slide deck for me? That is still a skill. Do you know programming? You are good at it. That is also a skill. You just like to manage system. You are very good at playing games, and then how to manage your games really well. You could become an admin. So don't think of yourself as a fresher. Stop thinking as a fresher and start thinking what skills you have acquired that you can offer to somebody. And then you start your sentences like, I am a very good communicator. What role can I have in the Salesforce ecosystem? So that is how you will eventually explore and land an opportunity. But I think there are tons of opportunity. My team just hired 2 interns from 7th semester, and both of them are 7th semester engineering graduates, right? And they don't know programming, but they are still interning with us because they have something to offer to us. And by your definition, they are not even a fresher yet.
Okay. So, thank you for that. I hope it is clear to you, Saurabh. Ashita Parikh is asking, I'm working as an email marketing executive, having 4 years of experience. How can I switch my career to Salesforce Marketing Cloud? I see that such jobs are available only for experienced professional in Marketing Cloud only.
No, not really. Again, by email marketing executive, again, if you do design a lot of emails, create a lot of emails, test a lot of emails, and then send out those emails, there are plenty of jobs in the marketing cloud for you. You may want to explore marketing cloud email capabilities, learn all the email related concepts such as deliverability, bounce rates, hard bounce rate, creating personalized email, creating dynamic email, all those of things. And you will eventually learn those quickly because you already have that experience. And once you become familiar with those, then you should be pitching yourself, to my previous example. Look, I know how to create cool interactive dynamic email in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Do you have something for me? And I'm sure people will jump at talking to you about opportunities that they have. So it's all about whatever little and more you know about Marketing Cloud, and then how you use your experience to pitch yourself.
Perfect. Um, so Navneet Sharma is asking, hello, I'm a project manager exploring Salesforce. I cleared Salesforce admin. I'm missing real experience in the domain. How can I fill the gap?
Well, that's amazing. Late 2017, I did not even hear anything about Salesforce. I was with Accenture. doing a lot of work in the IT space, but never heard about Salesforce. And I joined my previous organization as a senior program manager in Salesforce. So if you are
Wow.
looking for a Salesforce project manager, again, pitch your project management skills first and your ability to quickly learn technology. I think you will get a Salesforce project manager or Scrum Master job easily. But if you are pitching yourself as a specialized project manager in Salesforce, then people are going to expect you to know Salesforce. And I'm trusting that since you have taken your Salesforce admin certification, you are now familiar with Salesforce. And build upon your knowledge and pitch yourself right. You should be able to get a good opportunity there.
All right. What are the best courses and resources to learn Salesforce? So, like Anil previously said, that there are so many resources. Like you can just jump on Trailhead. That's one of the best resources. There are so many communities where you can learn from so many people. There are so many YouTube channels. You can read various blogs and vlogs, and those are some bits and pieces. Anything else, Anil, that you would like to add?
No, that's about it. Salesforce, tons of free resources available. Don't go for paid resources right away. Explore these free resources and learn as much as you can. Make most of the uses of community groups. Find a couple of people who are into the ecosystem. Try talking to them. Try picking up their mind and tagging along with them. I think they'll show you the way any which ways. So if you're looking for paid courses, there are quite a few on the Plural site. A lot of Salesforce practitioners have recorded their courses there. Sometimes they make it free for 14 days. So that is a good platform for you to look into some courses. Oh, yes, Ashita, boot camps, fast learning paths, partner learning camp. Yeah, those are good sources.
Okay, so last question is, I have 4 years of experience in telecom as a TSM, but I want to change sector. Which sector will be suitable for me? I think, Ranjan, you will have to, introspect and rely on your capabilities and skill sets for the starters. And then, maybe we'll ask Anil. Anil, what do you think?
Exactly. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know which sector will be suitable for you if you don't know that. But I am taking a guess here that you're looking for that which sector will have more opportunities and better opportunities for you to grow. There are quite a few of them. Salesforce is just one of them, but it's not the only one of them. So again, do an introspect, as Hasti mentioned. Try to list down what skills that you have, what capabilities you have, what you can offer to somebody, and then start researching your sectors and pick whichever is growing over the last 5 to 7 years and is expected to grow for next 5 to 10 years. You can take a call there, but um, I think it would be you who would find out way earlier than anyone else can.
Well, thank you. So, folks, that's it for today. Thank you so much, Anil, for your wonderful insights on the subject and taking the time out on a Friday evening to chat with us. It means a lot, and it was an honor to have you. And thank you to all those who joined us today. We look forward to hosting such educational lives for you all. If you have any topic suggestions for our upcoming lives, please let us know in the comments so that we can accommodate all of your requests. And we have 3 more interesting sessions coming up this month in October, covering various topics in Salesforce with amazing guests. And our next live will be on the 8th of October with Jyotsna Bitra, and we will be talking about the latest Winter 22 release notes on Marketing Cloud. We will be creating the event tomorrow, so watch out for the space and register yourselves. Also, we have some exciting stuff planned for you guys, so stay tuned and follow us on all the social media handles to stay updated. Thank you so much, Anil, once again. It was a treat to have you. And thank you, all our audiences. And have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Happy weekend. Thanks, Hasti. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank you so much.